let's just start with like, what is this? Did people are taking pictures of your eyes and they could tell how healthy you are?
Yeah, or how unhealthy you are, just depending, right? So the great thing about the eyes is it is the only soft tissue analysis that exists at present today, right? It's extremely accurate, and it depends on all the nerve endings communicating to the iris or the eyeball. And I always akin it to, think about a cell phone, right? You've got processing, you have your software, everything's communicating in this device. How the hell would you even know what this information is, how to access it, unless you had a screen? And that's how the eyes are similarly.
So the eyes are the screen.
The eyes are the screen.
It's receiving all this information and it's basically telling us. I see people sometimes they have like yellow eyes and some people have like really white eyes. I'm assuming that is a piece of this, but really you're talking about there's the iris of the eye and then there's like the color of the eye and all these things. Can you help me understand like what is feeding into this like screen that is the eye?
Sure. So taking it super basic, you're correct. Anytime you see these different colorations or black spots and whatnot in the eye, that's simply the state of the tissues and the lymphatic system as a whole. The iris, or rather the colored part of the eye, gives you an entire picture of the entire system, the entire body. There's really only two colors of eyes. And there's different schools of thought depending on the iridology source that you look into. Myself, my mentor, and the pioneer of iridology, Dr. Bernard Jensen, subscribe to there are only two colors. And that's
only two eye colors.
Only two eye colors.
Okay.
And we've proven this over and over again with all obviously the eyes that we've taken and the deep detoxes and cleansing that we've done, and we've noticed the changes in them. We've only ever seen two colors, and that's brown and blue. And the variations, you can go dark blue, you can go light blue, dark brown, light brown.
So no green or anything like that?
No green. So that's a great question because, anytime we see green, when you take a picture of it really closely, you can always see the true color with the proper lighting. You can see the true color. I say, look at the sky. If there's tons of clouds covering the sky, you can't see blue. And ultimately, you want to see that blue sky, right? So the clouds are simply lymphatic congestion, waste that the body hasn't eliminated.
Are green-eyed people unhealthy? Is that what you're saying? That sounds like a yes.
I have a really hard time calling anyone unhealthy, right? It's because when we approach bodies from a cellular detoxification standpoint, we always go down to the very base of that, and that's how strong are your genetics, how strong is your cellular structure, and you can see that within the iris. And if you look at some of the pictures that I've taken, you see these very thin white lines, or hopefully just thin lines throughout the eye. They kind of look like spider webs almost, but they should be kind of straight and close together. You don't want to see them all crazy wonky. That would show the person's cellular strength. So I can sit here and say, yeah, maybe you've eaten like shit and you've got all this backup, but underneath all this, you have a very strong cell structure, and for all intents and purposes, you're healthy.